Hello there, this is Rom coming back at you with yet another smartphone couch video. The power of just being a cool dude. Just a cool dude. I'm going to tell you what. Because I haven't talked about that in a long time. I used to talk about that a little bit more. And I need to get back into it because too many men just don't be maintaining their cool around these women. As this notorious killer back in the day in DC would say, maintaining their composure. And I'll just say little man and leave it at that. People in DC might know who he is. Anyway, right? Just maintaining your cool around women. That's something. Now, you know, of course, yeah, women checking out your physicality, they need to like what you look like, even if you consider yourself ugly. Some women like ugly. Some women like medium ugly. Shoot. I was watching some of Black Panther last night and had M'Baku on there. And I remember somebody said that in the comments about women liking that dude. That was a big old dude. I remember something about him. Shoot, this woman, she had a couple memes about him. Say he probably make 5 kids and her tubes are tied. But anyway, yeah, they like the physicality, but they also like the mentality. The mentality, because remember, like I always say, a woman, she could see a guy, think he fine, but he's all right until he open his mouth. And see, that's very important. But see, some guys out here, they don't be cool about it. Cool and calm. See, understand something. That attracts a woman. Because no matter what the woman look like, even if she's supermodel of the world, she probably got some insecurities. And see, when they looking at a man mentally, it's generally that man who got what she doesn't have. Like I said, even some beautiful women, drop dead gorgeous. Now, I know some guys be putting them on a pedestal, but you talk to them and they got some insecurity over something. In fact, I don't think I've ever met a woman who long term I thought was just totally secure. Like long term. Nothing against women. But long term, when I say long term, like when you first meet them, yeah, they could be very cool, calm, whatever, but it's just a matter of finding out which button they have that can be pushed. And then you find out some other stuff. There's been plenty of guys thought they were with some independent woman, but then as soon as she got nice and comfortable, all of a sudden she want to be all traditional. So yeah, and that's a whole other conversation. You know, some of those women, you think they miss independent, strong and independent, but then you get them alone, or you see past their mask, you find out they're not. I remember I dealt with this woman, and she had a reputation of being that take charge woman. In fact, I could name what she's doing right now, because I know what she's doing right now. She's running some things. But then she was scared of crickets. I was like, what? I knew a couple women like that. Supposed to be all tough and stuff, scared of some little crickets. She was like, ah! I was like, oh, you got to be kidding me. I done stepped on the thing. Anyway, one of the things with that is women like that man who can maintain his cool no matter what. No matter what. Even what they say. I'm going to tell you something now. Sometimes women will even test a guy like that. When you talk about those things called shit tests, they will test a man, see how he react. They'll say some stuff to him, see how he going to be. Like, I give you a great example. Like, sometimes women will throw out how many men they've been with just to see your reaction. They might even throw out a number. They might even lie. They might say, yeah, I've been with 90 men. Now, if a guy getting like, oh, you've been with all those men and something, they be like, oh, okay, he ain't cool. But you be like, yeah, okay. Do your nails or something. Be like, yeah, okay, whatever. In fact, that's something that's always been a big part of what I've been doing. Shoot. I remember back in high school, in this school play, the director told everybody to run to the seats off the stage. And they all ran too. Ron was walking, so he complimented me. And in college, they called me Cool Romski. The only way to be. Yeah. Shoot. And I'm going to tell you what, being cool, even if your physicality isn't all that good, women will pay attention to it. Still, you still want to fix up as best as possible. Don't think you're going to get past anything. You still want to fix up as best as possible. Fix yourself up, body game, let the barber bless you. Wash your damn face. Wash your ass. I gotta say, hey, yo, real quick, I gotta say all of that because one thing women will complain about is a man's hygiene. Just keep your basic hygiene up. But still, even with all of that, you might get a woman's looks or her attention, but you still need to keep it cool and calm. You still need to be able to handle stuff, no matter what's going on. Think about something. You want to be the leader in that joint, right? You want to be the leader. You want to lead that household. You know, some dudes want to call themselves alpha. Okay, what's an alpha getting upset for? An alpha a true leader is going to be cool and calm, going to say, okay, this is what we're going to do to solve this issue. We ain't going to get upset. We're going to take it step by step. Shoot, they get a woman wet because then that's making her feel comfortable. That's making her feel like, oh, okay, she can relax. She can be there for a woman. In fact, being cool, calm, collected, shoot, you'll see what's up with that woman. You'll see it quicker because then she can drop her mask. She don't have to be like acting all tough, acting all mean, and all of that. And in fact, like I was going to get into earlier, sometimes women might shit test a man just to see how he's going to respond to whatever she's doing. And if you cool and calm about it, she'll react to it. But you got to work on it. Because, and I'm going to tell you what, I thought about it because, like on my Patreon or sometimes in my comments, somebody say, well, what if the women do this and that? It's like, whatever. And they'll tell you, they'll say, you just be cool about it. If a woman say this, okay. Like a woman could say whatever to me. I'm like, okay. And I mean, I've even had cases where women have said, well, I don't like how you look. I don't like this about you. I'll be like, okay, keep your distance. I remember this one woman, she told me she just didn't like me. I said, okay, then you should keep your distance from me. That messed with her head because I was just cool about it. I ain't get upset. I ain't argue with her. I ain't try to force her. I said, okay, then we need to keep our distance apart. And I was cool and calm about it. But then she got upset. I could tell she was getting upset because I wasn't getting upset. I was like, for what? Because even when she did it, even at the time she did it, I always had that abundance mindset. I was like, plus, she wasn't fine to me anyway. She wasn't fine to me, nor did she have that good character I wanted. So I was like, shit, why waste time? Hey, look, seriously, you gotta be just cool out here. You just gotta be cool, and really, not even just for the ladies, fellas. There's a lot of craziness going on out here. There's a lot of craziness, a lot in the social environment, the economy, shoot, politically, whatever. And if you allow it to mess with your head, that's messing with your own sovereignty. Because you know, anybody who follow me know I be doing Sovereign Saturdays, and I be serious about that. And sovereignty just meaning having control over your life. Control over what you can control and leverage over the things that you can't control. But one of the things you have to control is yourself. You have to be cool and calm. Because no matter what happened, because remember, even doing these videos, remember I said I've been doing these videos because I had a water pipe burst. And I was actually calm. I was like, well, okay, where's the switch to turn off the water? that I was like, oh shit. Where's the switch to turn off the water? Calmly walked downstairs, walk downstairs 2 flights of steps just to like turn it off. So, and I was just like, it is what it is. In fact, that sometimes I see some stuff happen. It's like, it is what it is. And it's like, okay, what can I do about it? Because one of the things, when you cool, you can think better. You ain't all upset. Because when you cool, you maintaining your peace. And for the metaphysicians out there, you know what that means. For the metaphysicians, especially those metaphysicians who follow the tree of life, you know what it means. And if anybody come on here saying, well, what's that? Look it up. Look it up, okay? All right? And just real quick. Don't ask random questions on here. Remember, I don't do videos just because somebody asked me to. I don't do that, all right? Let me just say that. I have an agenda, and I stick with that agenda. I don't follow somebody else's agenda. I don't care who they are. Only way I'm even think about somebody else's agenda is they put $1 million guaranteed into my pocket. And all I'm saying there is I'll think about it. All right? So anyway, let me get on what I was saying. You got to just learn to be cool out here. Cool, calm, collected. Because even being cool, even just doing the things you doing, that's one of the things women will check out about you. Yeah, they checking out your physicality. They checking out your style. But they don't necessarily, they'll keep a distance from you until they get some idea about your personality. Even when they checking out your face, they really not so much checking out your bone structure. They checking out what kind of personality you giving. If you give that cool, calm personality, that does a lot for some women. In fact, when you look at like many players, many men who get women, they're really cool, not just with women, but with everybody else. They can have that conversation with everybody else. They're not getting upset over little shit. And I want y'all to remember that. I want you to remember that. Now, somebody would probably say, well, how can I become cool? Every step of the day, every day. Don't get upset. That's one of those things you can't read a book about. And I know some people say, well, maybe do some meditation. I don't know, just sit back and chill. You don't get upset. You practice it every single day. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. It ain't something you can just jump on right away. Because if you're not a cool dude right now, you getting upset over everything, you got some bigger things to worry about. Because as a man, you're supposed to be a leader. As a leader, you're supposed to solve problems. You gotta be cool and calm to solve problems. No matter what. No matter what. And trust me, stuff is gonna happen out here no matter what. No matter what, stuff is gonna happen. I wish we could live a life that you can just go through and everything cool, nothing's happening to you. But something's going to happen. Either directly to you, somebody you know, somebody might hit you with something. It's something. And that's one of the things. But you got to be cool out this joint. And when you cool, I'm going to tell you how powerful that is. Even if you're not supermodel of the world, something like that, women pay attention to that. They'll pay attention to a cool dude. Just that cool player. Maybe as long as he ain't too jacked up. They being cool and calm, they be like, oh, okay. They'll think about it. They'll stop and think about it at the very least. At the very least. As long as you fix up basically. Because you still got to have that physicality. You can't get past that. But if you cool and calm, shoot. Like, I hadn't told a story a long time about when a bunch of women were bothering me at Zanzibar when it was over there by the White House. And all I was doing was eating some chicken wings. I was cool and calm. One, because I was eating. I had some free food. I wanted to eat. I'm like a dog when it comes to that. I am like a dog. I have no problem saying that. I'm like a dog. I'm like, don't bother me while I'm trying to eat. So I'm gonna tell you what. You get that attention, and it's part of your aura. It's part of your vibe. Everything. Yeah, you can fix up. You can fix your body. Let the barber bless you. Have that style. But then women still checking out your personality. Now, if you acting all upset and all of that, women checking that out. Women are checking that out. But if you just cool, calm, you're doing whatever, they be like, oh, okay. Because like I said, it's not normal for... I haven't met a woman who could be just totally cool. Like I said, they can be cool if you don't really know them. They not in a bad situation, but after you get to know them a while, you can see whatever. You can see that they can get upset over stuff. They can be insecure about stuff. But that dude who's coming off as cool, yeah, he feel like, okay, he'll be calm. Because remember, women, they looking for that man who can keep them at peace. Because he's at peace himself. I want y'all to think about that. And I don't know tomorrow if I'll do a car video or just finish the week out. The situation might be a little different tomorrow, so I might do it in my office tomorrow. Might go downstairs. Yeah, look at those steps, y'all. Anybody? You know what's funny, just real quick? Of course, some people, every now and then I get somebody think I'm just living in an ordinary apartment, even though there's steps right there. Steps right there. Which means it's a 2-story house. 3-story house, really. 3-story house. So, but whatever. That was something. And sometimes Spirit hit me and say, hey, say something about this. Somebody got a problem. Yeah. So, I don't know, whoever that was for. Anyway, y'all have a good day. Y'all have a good Juneteenth. Y'all have for those who celebrate Juneteenth. Y'all have a good Juneteenth. And like I said, I got some stuff to do this morning. So, anyway, I'll get back with y'all. Peace.